Hey everyone. This is another little departure from our regular videos because I just wanted to share with you guys some thoughts I've been having about time in social media and content creation. I watched this TED Talk the other night that was quite sobering, and I really recommend you guys watch it as well. I'll put a link in the description so you can find it. Now, just in case you aren't going to watch it, I'm going to show you one of the slides that this guy shows in his presentation. This slide illustrates the amount of months that the average 18-year-old has left to live. The purple ones are all taken up from sleep, the green ones are all taken up from work and school, the orange ones are taken up from driving, the red ones are taken up from cooking and eating, the yellow ones are chores and errands, and the blue ones are bathroom and hygiene. So the black dots down are an optimistic estimate of the months of free time you have left in your life. And all the black dots represent the time that the average 18-year-old is on track to spend using social media over the rest of their life. Now, if you're like me, you take a look at this chart and think that this is frankly kind of terrifying. It's really easy to overestimate the amount of time we have left in our lives, and to underestimate the impact of wasting time on things like social media. Throughout the rest of this TED Talk, he goes on to talk about the cost of social media. He brings up the really interesting point that the reason that social media is free is because your time is the commodity. Social media sites make their money off of showing you ads. So the longer social media sites can get you to spend on their platforms, the more ads they can show you and the more money they make. I've always been really drawn to the idea of content creation as a job because I've always felt like it was a pretty karmaless way to make money. After all, you don't even have to take money from people, you just get paid by the platform. However, I'm starting to realize that this really isn't the case, and content creators, whether they realize it or not, are in some part responsible for this battle for your free time. I suddenly had a realization that as a content creator, my interests are fundamentally misaligned with yours as a viewer. As a creator, it is in my best interest to get you to spend as much time as possible watching me live my life, so that I can make more money, when it would be in your best interest to invest as much of that time as possible into making your own life better, and doing the things that really matter to you. Now, I'm not too worried about that with this channel because I really don't upload that often, and when I do upload, my videos are pretty short and they don't take up a lot of your time. And I also feel like the content I'm putting out on this channel is hopefully at least somewhat beneficial overall. However, this isn't my only channel, and I guess when I had this realization, it just kind of rocked my world a bit to realize that my content could potentially be robbing somebody of the time that they should be spending doing more important things. No, I'm not going to stop making content, and I'm not going to stop doing YouTube, but watching this video did make me realize that I want to be pretty serious about trying to make sure that my content is a net positive for those who watch it. I also want to be mindful about not putting out so much content that a person can waste a significant amount of time keeping up with it. And honestly, at the end of the day, I realize that if people aren't watching my content, they're probably just going to go watch somebody else's, so the least I can do is try to make sure that my content is worth their time as much as possible. But on your end, this is just something I wanted you to be aware of because social media is not free. The cost is very high, and it's up to each of us to make sure that we're getting a good deal on social media by the way that we interact with it, by the content we choose to consume, and by the time we choose to spend on it. Anyway, that's my spiel for today. Take it for what you will. Go watch the TED Talk, and as always, thank you for watching. Peace and blessings.